are you not doing? What are you not doing? I am on the floor. I am on the floor. I am on the floor. What are you not doing? Stop, man. I am coming. Why are you not doing that? Yes, I heard you.
Come to the front door with your hands on top of your head.
Okay.
You think rap beefs are all talk? Well, in London, one feud nearly turned into a straight-up assassination plot, and it wasn't just random gang members involved. Big names like Digga D and Fredo were right in the middle. This is the real story of how 7 men got over 100 years in prison, and why one rapper's name kept coming up in court, even though he wasn't there.
It's 2 weeks till I'm coming home, boy. I ain't wore a jacket in a year. Tired of this place, man.
Imagine this, 2 of the biggest names in UK drill, both with their own loyal crews, both with deep street ties, locked in a deadly postcode war. Today we're unpacking the Harrow Road Boys vs CGM feud, the shootings, the hunt for Digga D, and why Fredo's name was mentioned in the middle of it all. And trust me, this case is wild. By the end, you'll see how this wasn't just music beef, it was war. And while you're here, make sure you follow us on Instagram at ucrappers.news for updates you won't see any. It all starts with the Harrow Road Boys, also known as the Pattern Gang, a crew running the streets of West London, from Harrow Road to the Mozart estate. They weren't just making music, they were moving serious weight, running drug lines, and beefing with rivals like CGM, Cherish Godmore, and South Kilburn, SK. The tension between HRB and CGM wasn't some petty argument. This was years of tit-for-tat violence. July 2020, Billy McCullough, known as Billy D. Kid from HRB, is shot dead in Harlesden for stepping into rival territory. Just a month later, another HRB member, Jeffrey Gucci Wegby, is killed in Kilburn. That murder even got mocked in a drill track called Roll Up, with lyrics about using a dead man's ashes in a cigarette. Fast forward to July 2022, Javen Tyson's own brother, Daneche, is shot in the heart in West Kilburn. After Danesh's death, Javen, a known HRB rapper, wasn't looking for peace talks. He was looking for blood. From that point, HRB's mission was simple: find Digga D. Court records show that Tyson literally sent out a list of CGM members to target. Snapchat chats, coded language, guns being moved around, it was all part of the plan. The police later pieced together that HRB had multiple firearms stashed: a loaded Springfield pistol, a revolver, a Taurus handgun linked to an earlier shooting. They used women to hide weapons, kids to store them, and locks. People paid £500 a month to keep the guns safe. And when police found a stash, HRB didn't panic, they replaced the guns, fast. This wasn't just a group of young guys messing about, they were operating like a paramilitary unit. Things really escalated in November 2022. A Snapchat message comes in, Digga DS in a studio in Hanover Square. Within minutes, Tyson's phone shows Way's direction straight to the location. The intent? Court says it was a hit involving a firearm. Around the same time, police surveillance caught HRB members coming and going from a flat in 9 Elms, South London. Hidden above a ceiling panel, police later found a self-loading pistol with 9 rounds of live ammo, £16,800 worth of heroin. And guess what? The night police made the discovery, Fredo himself was stopped in a van with several HRB members. He wasn't charged in this case, but prosecutors named him in court as a conspirator. They say he's living abroad. By 2023, the whole thing had spiraled. HRB weren't just planning hits, they were throwing parties on Harrow Road while on bail, smuggling phones into prison with drones, running coke and cannabis supply lines, and keeping a steady stock of weapons. When the trial wrapped, the judge didn't hold back. He called HRB a blight on their own community. Said none of them showed an ounce of remorse. Warned that killing Digga D would have triggered even more violence. The sentences? Brutal. 7 men got a combined 116 years. Tyson alone, 17 years. Others got 14, 17, and long concurrent sentences for drugs and prison smuggling. Here's the thing, in the UK drill scene, a diss track might feel like entertainment, but in this case, the lyrics, the social media posts, even the location tags were ammunition in a real-life war. The police treated this like terrorism, tracking over 100 phones, setting up covert cameras, and connecting every gun to past shootings. And while Digga D ended up doing almost 4 years for cannabis supply, Fredo's name is still floating in court records, with people asking whether he'll ever face trial for the HRB plot. For now, he's overseas, making music, while his old crew are behind bars. If you take anything from this story, it's that behind the beats and flashy videos, some rap beef spill into the streets, and the streets don't play. Follow at ucrappers.news on Instagram for updates on every UK drill case like this, and watch the next video on your screen for another breakdown that's just as crazy.